Okay, so if you're actually seeing this video, that means we're gonna be watching a Nintendo Direct tomorrow. I'm filming this video a little early. I wanted to be able to get it out in a decent amount of time. I got a lot of stuff to do when you're watching this video, but that doesn't matter. We got a Direct. We gotta talk about what we're gonna see. Now, everybody has been talking about a ton of different rumors, a bunch of this, a bunch of that. We talked about a lot of this on the podcast the other night. I kinda wanna go over some of those things and maybe talk about a few other things that we could possibly see here. What's up, guys? Welcome back, or welcome in for the first time. Do me a favor, when you're done watching this video, jump down in the description and click the link over to our podcast. We do a podcast over there on that YouTube channel every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We talked about all this stuff last week. We're probably gonna be talking about it more this week. We have a special guest. We've got Zach from Switch Force coming on. So like I said, the link is down there. Make sure you click that, subscribe, and we will see you Thursday night. All right, let's get on with this. There's a lot of stuff we could see here. There's a ton of games that could come to the Nintendo Switch, but for this video, I want to stick with just first-party stuff for this video. That's really what I'm worried about. That's what I want to see. That's where my concerns lie. So that's what we're gonna kind of stick with for this video. And we'll start out, the one that we've talked about for so long, well, we haven't really talked about, we've mentioned it, Donkey Kong. We've been hearing about a new Donkey Kong game forever. I don't think that's happening on the Switch. Maybe later, maybe if we get a September Direct, maybe we'll hear something about that, but I don't think we're gonna hear about that. I feel like Donkey Kong is something that Retro Studios does. They have clearly been busy doing Metroid Prime Remastered, working on Metroid Prime 4. I think that's where their focus is. I don't know if we're gonna see a new Donkey Kong game, and I really don't think we're gonna see it now. There have been rumors that there's a 3D Donkey Kong game in the works from the Odyssey team. That could be true, I don't know, but I don't think we're gonna see any Donkey Kong at this Direct. Now, this one's not a first party game, but it's got Mario in it, so it counts. I think we probably will see something about Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. The Olympics are coming up next year. They need a little bit of time to get the game out, before next year. They want to have it run, as long as possible without it being just weird that it's out. I think if it comes out maybe here in a few months, that sounds about right. I don't know when the other ones came out before the Olympics. Well, the last one came out a long time before because the Olympics were pushed back, but that doesn't matter. I think we might see that. I think that's actually a reasonable thing that we could expect to see at this Direct. Now, that Mario game, that ain't lighting the world on fire, let's be honest. But there are rumors of a 2D Mario game that seem like, they seem like they could be real. Really knows, we don't know. Seems a little bit more probable now than I thought the other night during the podcast, because I said that probably wasn't happening. But the reason I keep saying I don't think that's happening, and I guess it doesn't really make sense to say it's not happening because of that, but I just don't know what they're gonna do with a 2D Mario. Like, we have done everything we can do with a 2D Mario, as far as I know. It's kind of getting stale. I feel like at this point, what is the point? Unless you're doing something completely different, something to kind of reinvent the 2D Mario thing. Like, we've got Mario Maker 2. If you want to make another Mario game, I mean, you might be better off to just make a Mario Maker 3. I don't know. If they can do something with a 2D Mario game that's not new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, then, I mean, I'm open to the idea, but I don't know. We'll see on that. The next one, another Mario game. Are we gonna see an Odyssey 2? Is that something we're actually gonna even see on the Switch? Are we gonna get another 3D Mario? For me, I think, honestly, the chances are higher we see a 3D Mario than a 2D Mario. But, what do I know? I would like to see another Odyssey game. I really enjoyed Odyssey. I don't know if right now's the time. I don't know if this year is the year for Mario, but you do have to think about this. We did get Breath of the Wild in 2017, the year the Switch came out, and we got Mario Odyssey later that year. We got Tears of the Kingdom this year, so it's not crazy to think that we could see Odyssey 2 or whatever 3D Mario they're gonna do next at the end of this year for the holiday game. It's possible, but I don't know, I doubt it. I really doubt it. Now, we talked about Retro Studios, we talked a little bit about Metroid, but not if we would see anything else from Metroid at this Direct. Now, we got Metroid Prime Remastered. It was beautiful, it looked amazing. The big question I think everybody was asking at that point was, yeah, we got one. Are we getting two? Are we getting three? Now, I have no idea. I know there's been a lot of talk about the original leaks, rumors were that we were getting the trilogy. remastered. That clearly wasn't the case. It's not what we got. We just got 1. They could be redoing 2. They could be redoing 3. I don't really know. Probably something we're not gonna see at this Direct, but I said no to Metroid Prime 4 during the podcast, but I think it may be possible to see something. If we're gonna get it anytime soon, even if it's in 2024, somewhere, let's say maybe mid-year, next year, they could at least show something now. I think it's time to show something. If we don't see it, I don't think this game's coming out until we get a Switch 2, which who knows when that's gonna be. End of next year, maybe the middle of next year, who knows? But if we don't see it right now, I think it's gonna be a while. I kind of feel like that might have been moved to a launch game for the Switch 2, and not to say that it won't be on this Switch. It will probably be on this Switch, but I think they may be holding a game like that back for something a little bit bigger. Now, I know Metroid isn't like the biggest Nintendo franchise, but I mean, it's very clear with Metroid Dread, Metroid Prime, Remat, they're trying to pump the Metroid name up a little bit. They're trying to get it out there a little bit more, and to do it right now is a pretty good strategy considering how well the Switch is doing. It's a good time to talk about Metroid, and if you're gonna hype it up, releasing it with a new system, that might be the way to go. Who knows? Possible. I'm gonna say probably not. It's just really hard. It's really hard to say what we're gonna see. This Direct is just in such a weird spot in the Nintendo Switch's life. I just don't know what we're gonna see. This is probably the hardest predictions video I've made. I don't know what we're gonna see because I don't know where Nintendo's head is at in all this, but there are a few other things that I think we're gonna see maybe at this Direct. We're definitely gonna see them in the Switch's lifetime, but we gotta talk about the Wii U ports. There's only four big ones left. We've got Star Fox Zero, which honestly, I don't think we're gonna get that one. If there's any of the 4 left that I don't think we're gonna get, I think that one gets left behind. But I do want to throw a little bit of a wild card out there. What if we got a new Star Fox? What if we got something that's completely different than Star Fox Zero, Star Fox 64? What if we get something a little more like Battle for Atlas? What was it? Starlink, Battle for Atlas. What if we got something a little more open like that, but a full Star Fox game? The Star Fox missions on that game were awesome. That game itself was really fun. But I feel like if it was more of a Star Fox game and less of a Ubisoft game, I think that would be very cool. So wild card, probably not, but I would much rather have a brand new Star Fox game coming out sometime around the holiday than Star Fox Zero ported to the Switch. I think that's gonna be the one left behind. But we also have Xenoblade Chronicles X. That's probably got a pretty good chance to come to the Switch. I don't know if it's this Direct. I think that one's possible though. Now, I don't follow all the Xenoblade stuff very close, but I think they're done with the DLC for Xenoblade 3. They may not be, there may be a little bit more, but bringing over a port like that just to keep the Xenoblade stuff coming to the Switch, not a terrible idea, especially at this time in the Switch's life. Might be the play, we might see that one, but the two I really want to talk about, you know what they are, you already know what they are. Wind Waker, Twilight Princess. Honestly, I made a video about this a couple weeks ago. I'll link it at the end. I really honestly think this is the time that we see those games. Maybe not both. I think we're gonna see one of them. I think it's gonna be Wind Waker if we see one. I'd like to have Twilight Princess too, but I just feel like if we get one, it's gonna be Wind Waker. Right now is an amazing time for Nintendo to keep talking about The Legend of Zelda. Tears of the Kingdom is absolutely crushing it. It's everywhere online. Lots of people interested in that right now. It would be very smart to keep the Zelda train rolling. I think we see one of them. I have said that one of these are coming before just about every Direct. I'm like, oh, this is the one, but I really honestly do feel like this actually is the time. It's such perfect timing to put one of those games out, even if it doesn't come out till later this year, and then maybe the other one comes later next year or something. I really think it's time to get one of those out, so I'm banking on that. I think it's gonna be Wind Waker. I would like both. Double pack if we can, probably not, but I think we're gonna see one of those. I think we probably see the next wave of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. We're not gonna spend a lot of time on that. We only have, what, 1 or 2 more packs left. We're getting into summer, we'll at least get a date for that. Then we'll get the next one, later in the year. I think there's 2 left. I think that's right. I may be wrong, there may be 3, but I think we'll get one, this summer, one in the fall or beginning of winter, and then, that'll be it. Then we can start moving over to see what we're gonna be doing for Mario Kart 9, maybe sometime later next year. But I do think we'll see some DLC for Mario Kart 8 for sure. So we've heard a bunch of stuff about an F-Zero game. I think that's possible. The rumors have been going everywhere with that. It's supposedly a remake of the one on GameCube. I was never huge into F-Zero, but That would be cool to have on Switch. I think that's possible. How likely it is, I have no idea, but I do think that's something that's possible. There have been a ton of rumors about that, and a lot of these rumors are starting to come true. Even though they've taken a while to come around, they are starting to come true. So maybe we will see that one. Something else that I think is very possible and feels like an end of generation game is some type of Mario sports game, probably baseball. That feels like what's next. I would love to see basketball, but I think baseball probably makes sense. That feels like an end of generation Nintendo game that they would put on there to take up some time in the summer. I feel like if they announce that, we're probably gonna see that in August, maybe September, maybe October. That's a good time to put out a baseball game. Who knows, but I feel like that one, we need a new sports game. You know, Strikers was not good. Mario Tennis Aces, I wasn't really into. Mario Golf, I really like. I would be down with a baseball game. Much rather it be a basketball game, but baseball would be cool. My list here is pretty short. Like I said, it's first party stuff. This is the stuff that I could think of that we talked about on the podcast the other night. Again, that episode you can find in that link below. We will be over there Thursday after the Direct, the day after the Direct, I think. Hopefully, I'm filming this the day before it's even announced, so hopefully the Direct's on Wednesday. We'll be over there on Thursday. Zach from Switch Force will be our guest. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna talk about this Direct, break it all down, all that good stuff. Leave your predictions down in the comments below. I wanna hear what you guys think we're gonna see at this Direct, but that is all I have for this one, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. Please leave a like. Make sure you are subscribed. See you in the next one.